Greetings, sacred ones. Hello, Daisy. Hello, Grace. Hello, Dallas. Hello, spirit guides. Hello, ancestors. Hello, sun. Hello, moon. Hello, stars. Hello, fire, earth, water, wind,
All of it.
ether, all of it, all of it, all of the good things. Thank you, sacred ones, for joining us on this magical day. We have Goddess Lillian arriving. Hello, sacred one.
Hello, good morning from here.
Great rising. We are rising. The rose is unfolding. We are stepping into and living in our sacred power and purpose and full alignment, which with the ways of our soul vibrating in full satisfaction. And yeah, I'm so honored, pleasured, grateful to be here today's on this moon day on the planet Earth timeline. It is July 12th, 2022. We are under the energy of the super full moon in Capricorn, said by one of my teachers, Golden Age Alchemy, to be the most powerful moon of the year. Still riding the waves of the summer solstice. And we are in the energy of the Sirius portal, where the star Sirius, the brightest star in the sky, is in alignment and conjunction with the earth and sun. And we are feeling the energy. And so today, in this Sacred Heart Valley, we are focusing on the number 13. 13 holds the frequency of the sacred feminine. And, those who've, been here on Earth, like there's been this like concept like Friday the 13th, it's evil, like 13 is unlucky, and that was all part of this kind of programming, and to keep the feminine down. And it didn't work, hey, we made it, we're here. And I'm thrilled to we're opening the space right now. And I acknowledge that we are residing on Indigenous lands, and therefore we pay respect to the elders, past, present, and the emergents, who, are I get, of course, full goose chills everywhere. They're so happy that we are aligned across time and space. If you are here in the Zoom room, or if you're watching on any of the platforms that we're streaming at any time and space, we are grounding in from the red crystalline core of Gaia. So I'm inviting us to get in touch with our breath, breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth, letting out some sound and energy if that feels good. Maybe shaking it out a bit, tapping on our face, on our body. Our lymph system exists right beneath our tissue. And as I say, if we got an issue, it's in our tissues. So we are inviting to release anything that isn't serving us in this present now glorious moment. And with so much gratitude for, all of our spirit guides and ancestors and everyone who is like, the time is now, the most exciting time to be alive, that we chose to be here. We chose to be here. We talk about a mission, and the mission is to be me, who I'm here to be in this way. I think I still have StaRDove as my name here. We'll change that. E. Watts. And we are all invited to, live fully in our power and authenticity so that just we shine, shine, shine everywhere we go. So I'm going to invite anyone who feels called to unmute, and if they'd like to call anyone specific, any lineages, ancestors into this space, or add anything to our opening prayer, we may do so at this time.
Calling in all the ancestors and to honor their wisdom and the lineage gift they continuously blessing us, calling in the ancient ones, the ancient mother, and blessing our space, and continuously sending love, compassion, showing us a way how do we connect our soul rememberings, and also sending deep gratitude to all the kindred spirit and our soul tribe continuously supporting us. Thank you.
I am calling in all the goddesses, all the divine mothers. Those are cosmic mothers, and those mothers that walk the earth, and those are in the underworld. We honor every single one of them as we honor every single part of us, whether it's in the dark or whether it's in the bright. We all walk together as one.
I am calling in all of the elemental beings, the dragons, the fairies, the elves, all of the magical beings that are really deeply connected with ascending Mother Earth and helping her to be honored. And may we honor our deep connection with Mother Earth, because we are her and she is us. And I'm also going to call in all of the animal spirits that would like to step forward, feeling really thoughtful about dolphins right in this current moment. So calling in the dolphins. And yeah.
I'm calling in all archangels, the upper beings, the Lord, and the positive frequencies of the universe, and to all the beautiful people in the universe.
So beautiful, so complete. Thank you all. Love the dolphin energy. We're also going to call in the dino energy. This is Troy the dino. We acquired him at the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk the other day, and he's become quite of an icon in the San Francisco realms, like at like these big events. So Dino knows all. And yeah, so I channeled some imagery and poetry earlier that was still coming out of me as the time came to start. So I'm going to share the pages or the imagery, and then I'm going to share the words, and then we're going to channel after that, because there's 4 pages so far. So I just did like 13 imagery, and then love doves, little doves. And to me, 13 is home for me. 13 is home. So here we go. In 13, I am seen, flowing in my hour, sacred feminine majesty, free to fly and feel, cry and release, to live in peace. This is our masterpiece. There is no peace to keep, only to share. We are rare breeds, intergalactic star seeds, the bees levitating at 7.83 hertz. We meditate through movement, moving through it and you, soaring like an eagle, hovering as a hummingbird, being impeccable with every word, being heard in a herd of rainbow warriors, sacred reflections on the disco ball of mirrors. We see clearer, holding hands, leading in a circle, not needing anything, because we have and are everything. Our heart sings, and that brings bliss. This moment under the stars, we have come from near and far to open a love portal. Just this group of cosmic mortals, kind of like the Pokemon Squirtle, evolving, revolving around the central sun. We have begun again, and now we get to live in pure, authentic Zen and tell the story of the sacred mother and father and child again and again, welcoming in the spices of life. We lay down strife and pick up magic at every turn, because we learned to burn through everything that did not resonate in perfect, harmonious frequency with the beings that are me. Reflections, sacred reconnections. This is our time to rise like the rose. Sometimes, who knows? We're not here to know. We are here to remember and accept and reflect, connect. Sometimes we redirect, and that's great. We always have full plates on our co-created state, EE state, where we commune with nature and regenerate, co-create, celebrate the culmination of so many souls who remember their roles. The goal? Unconditional love and liberation for all, so that no one lives in chains. Created in the mind. Once we tap in and find we are sovereign, it is our choice. We use our voice. We fly, really, really fly. And dive, dive, dive deep. We are the light and the dark, the yin, the yang, all of it, in all of its glory And let us tell you, we are weaving quite the allegory. And so if you're tuned in now, wow, may we allow these frequencies to guide us to the most soft, sweet, comfortable, fluffy, bubbly, fruity, flowery, sparkly dream that we get to live in. The luscious spin, my divine soul twins. So we begin again. Welcome to New Earth, a new paradigm, so divine. It's been quite the climb, if I were to say so myself. Many of us sat with ourselves in puddles of emotions pouring out from us, not necessarily knowing how we would move from surviving to thriving, because we didn't have all the answers. We had questions, and yet we showed up every single day. And we are here to witness, a rising so clear, so much clarity. And now we get to bask in the bliss of this, the hard work that is seen and recognized by the team above, who is cheering us on, the galactic swans. And we will do it on and on again and again, and just enjoying this moment. So here we are, 13 with six souls on this Zoom call, 6 divine feminine, sacred feminine queens with a K of this turning of the Kali Yuga, the galactic reset starts. And so in this moment, I have utmost gratitude for all of you who have played such a meteoric, megalithic part in EE's timeline, and EE Star, Aaron Jean's timeline, to step into my multidimensional caricature of life. I really, 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 really would not be here without each one of you. It's really a pleasure and an honor, and I am so excited to see what continues to unfold, and I'm so excited to see what each one of you has to add to this sacred container today on what 13 means to you. The 13 is part of the trifold flame, 13 being sacred feminine, 14 being sacred masculine, 15 being sacred child. And last cycle we had our full moon on the 14th, really activating this sacred masculine solar sun energy on planet Earth, and now we have this a full moon in Capricorn, while the sun is in Cancer. So the sun, Cancer, the mother, the moon, Capricorn, the father, the sun. So we're really blending and anchoring in this perfect unity and balance of this trinity within us all. So to be able to flow and receive and allow and accept and surrender to the sacred feminine energy, and then to take radical action in full trust moving forward, to never to believe that the actions you're taking are fully supported by the whole universe, and to not question yourself anymore. You know, we can question the ideas and beliefs, but if an idea comes to you for action because you are living in the present now, take action immediately in the here now to the frequencies. If you get the memo to message someone, message them. You know, I really, you know, so often get an idea, add it onto the to list. We're going to do it later. There is no later. And it's happening right now in the flow, in the, you know, majesty of all that is. And then 15, the divine child reminds us in all of it that it's a game. And the point of the game is to have as much fun as possible. And to enjoy every moment, dance, sing, frolic, you know, don't take things so serious. I'm from Sirius, but Ascension isn't so serious, guys. It's a joy. And so if we're finding ourselves and that being said, sometimes it's not joyful to delve through the shadows, you know. And so there's a difference though, you know. We're aware when we're like in the shadows and working through that, versus like if you're in action and you're not enjoying the action, stop. You know, like when we're in the shadows, we know we're in the shadows. We're working through that. We're writing, we're journaling. But when it comes to divine action, like, you know, it's like we think that we should be filling out this form and doing this, but it doesn't resonate. Like the action that we're taking doesn't resonate. Step back. It's not the time for that right now. When we're in action, it should be joyful, blissful action. And Galaxy just mentioned you in their story on Instagram. I love that. The Galaxy is tuning in, everyone. So yeah, so that's what EE channel has to say at this very glorious moment. And so I will open the floor. Of course, we will definitely hear from Daisy and her. We would love to see your image of 13 and your poem, and then anyone's invited to share whatever they feel about the 13. I will pass the word, and thank you all.
Thank you so much, Yi. Yeah, like you said, it's a trifold flame. Number 13 is a divine mother. My understanding of number 13, especially in the Kathara system, which is this color, it correlates with our heart chakra around here. The way how do I connect is that in Chinese medicine, we talk about 3 dantian, the upper, the middle, and the lower dantian. And usually in Qigong and Tai Chi meditation, we focus a lot on the lower dantian. But actually for women, the best way for us is to focus on the middle dantian. When we meditate, in learning how to open up our heart chakra more, and eventually we can reverse our cycle, which is like for women who even after they pass their what do you call it, menopausal, like you can reverse the cycle. Your body can return to teenage before we start having our moon phase. And in the let me show you guys how it spins. In our Merkaba body, when it has the so this is this one, the triangle facing downward. That's our feminine sphere, and then this is the masculine. As you can tell, this part will be our heart chakra. And how it spins like vertically and counterclockwise. So this is the energy, and the masculine is horizontal and clockwise. So we can imagine these two spheres spins like this way. And my understanding of number 13, by the way, is a color turquoise blue. It's kind of like bluish green, the Amazonite crystal. That's what I relate. Just like the name Amazonite is like the Amazon region warrior, the feminine warrior. When we watch the Superwoman movie, that's how it feel like the energy of the crystal. And when I tap into the energy, it felt like I actually got some download. Is the energy of the Turtle Island, which is, there's so many legends related to Turtle Island. One of the legend is how the our North American continent is formed, as the legend of like there's the big hole opened, and then the Divine Mother fell through the sky and got caught by this giant turtle, and all the animals sending their blessing and formed the earth beneath her. And that's how I feel the energy of the Divine Mother when we tap into here. There's so much deep surrender and trust, know that the divine will provide all that we need. And 13 is certainly a very challenging number, just like this full moon phase is posing a lot of challenge. Full moon in Capricorn, how we gonna be challenging our limits, and how we gonna be challenged by our structure. There's a energy of the Pluto and the Saturn, and how we gonna learn how to adapt to the limitation or the structure in our life. How we ultimately able to let go of the timelines that no longer serving our highest good. So my understanding of it is just allow our heart be in a place. Actually, this is something my friend Jab shared with me, is to allow ourselves like be vulnerable in this constantly broken place, because when we constantly feeling broken, there nothing can break us. And in that sheer vulnerability of divine feminine, and then we eventually see that inner light where is formless. In that formless space, we transform into all form and yet attached to no form. So that's my understanding of number 13. Would you like me to read my poem, or I can also have a reading about this full moon Capricorn statement too?
I'm thinking actually I kind of want to end the circle with your poem.
Okay, yeah.
And then maybe let's let everyone else tap in on anything they have to share with 13, and then we can do the Capricorn after that. But thank you. And I cannot remember which being I was with, but we were definitely talking about Turtle Island, because I remember we were like Googling it and like not necessarily getting the info that we wanted. But so I love that. I love that story.
Yeah, I think she's called the Sky Woman, right? I forgot the name. There must be a Native American name for that too.
Amazing. Thank you, Daisy, for all those transmissions. Hi, Jordan, Essence of Ava. How are you?
Hi, gorgeous. So good to be here with you. Yeah.
We are so happy to have you, and you're looking gorgeous as well.
Thank you.
Do you have anything you'd like to share about 13, Sacred Mother, Divine Mother, any transmissions?
I don't have a specific transmission coming through me. I can tell you when I was introduced to the feminine arts of the goddess, and it was through a shaman, and she introduced me to the 13 moon goddess book, and that was my first like connection to that number and the feminine. And the archetype that came through at the time was the primal goddess. And so it really was, like Daisy mentioned, the formlessness of that primordial power. And it was a death archetype as well. So that was like my first like connection to the feminine, was death and the primordial goddess. So it was really like getting right to the core of like that feminine. That's my interpretation of the feminine and my growth of the spiritual journey, the formlessness of that, and that void that it can be, and that ever-changing place of the divine feminine that is always going through that cycle of transformation with purification, death, and then rebirth, purification, death, and then rebirth. And that cycle, that alchemical cycle, is my relationship to the divine feminine. And so maybe not so much, I don't have as much numerology background on 13. My life path is an 11. So I have like some knowledge subsets of that number, but not so much 13. Yeah, I'm still balancing a lot of my primordial experience. So, which is why I'm here today with all you ladies. So thanks for having the space. Thanks for hosting Daisy and EE. Love you.
Thank you, Jordan. And that was magic info. And thank you for calling in the 13 moon goddess, the 13 moon calendar, which we've been talking about a lot in the Sacred Heart Valley. And I will pass it on to you, Lillian.
Hello, everyone. Well, I can very resonate with Jordan. So I thought I'd quickly jump on because I need to get out, and outside had construction going on. So the first 13, I knew the number 13 when I journeyed goddesses. So the first goddesses they're calling me, well, not really, well, whether I call her or she call me, no idea, but she's just visible when I asked them who wanted to work with me. And it's Kuan Yin. Kuan Yin came and visited and brought me to her temple, her lotus temple. There's a journey there, and I found my compassion heart from there. Because I was like, how do I feel compassion? What is compassion? And then she visible. And along the way, that is also started my spiritual journey. And along the way, I recognized that Mother Mary has been holding the space for me as well. And then meeting Mary Magdalene and step into my ancestral work and also the priestess work, journey 13 months of goddesses, just like death and rebirth every single month. Just like Jordan said, it's just like purification, peeling off, going downwards, going upwards, rise, and the next month going down again for 13 months. And when I was driving, when you're talking about 13, and intuitively, I ate up all the numbers of 13 well, not really ate it up, it's like 13. That is my beautiful age of 13 years old. There's that I'm behind the door picking the boy that I really like. I don't want to talk to him, And there's like the shy, there's like a girl, he's like a maiden. And then I'm at 23. What did I do at 23? That's when I came here, and 23, I actually got married. I married really young. And that's I become somebody's wife. So that is another stage of life. And then 33, I'm a two children's mama. There's another rite of passage there. And then add on another one. I am 43 this year. And I was like, wow. And I look back, I went pretty far. Right? But it's just like 43, I feel content. Like I am here now with you. I feel so joyful. And I really feel into the goddess I am now, fully self-love, fully seeing through and witness myself on the journey. So I still have like 53 and 63 and 73. I'm going to be the crown. I'm like really looking forward the next journey. So yeah, that's where I am like really grateful and yeah, so much love. So much love. So yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. I love all of that. And I love bringing in Kuan Yin, goddess of compassionate power, and your journey through the ages. And I'm reminded, I think when I was 23, I went on a pilgrimage to the island in China, Purosan, where there's the largest like statue, I'm pretty sure, of Kuan Yin. It's huge. And you know, at the time I was still very much asleep and like, you know, just witnessing it and not really in that spiritual realm. But looking back, I'm like, wow, I was getting galactivated on all these levels in my slumber, my sweet slumber. And yeah, so grateful. Dallas, do you have anything you'd like to share?
Yeah. Hey, thanks, Lillian and Jordan, for your reflections. Definitely some resonance there. And thanks, E, for your poem. Always a pleasure hearing you take us on a journey with your words. And thanks, Daisy, for your info transmission. And yeah, so actually kind of a plot twist. When I hear 13, I think of Merlin, which I don't really associate with feminine energy. However, I feel like the lessons that Merlin is helping me bring through or strengthen are involving trust, and especially trusting my intuition. So I think it's a great reminder that even within the masculine is that feminine, and it's really balanced, and there's no one without the other. So but yeah, I appreciate this intentional space to speak of these things and cultivate this more together. And also, just when we speak of the mother in any terms, I feel like the earth just really comes through really strongly, and being one with all of the elements helps me feel in that flow. And those are my thoughts.
Amazing. Thank you for bringing Merlin into this space. I'm friends with Merlin, you know, one of the human fractal embodiments. Like I met him at the Renegade Burn last year, and he's a character. And you know, masculine, however, definitely, you know, embodies that feminine flow and trust. And I'm trying to remember right now, there's a feminine reflection of Merlin that I've been told that I'm, you know, one of the embodiments of. And of course I can't sometimes remember the names, you know, but we'll see if that comes through. But I appreciate all of that and your energy and your presence here, and always your acknowledging everyone. Grace is off camera, so I'm not sure if you have anything to add, Grace, but I think maybe we can go, Daisy, if you want to tap into about the moon cycle or the full moon that we have coming up, and then if Grace wants to chime in at any point, she can.
Oh yeah, as Lillian was sharing about the 13 moon mystery, and Jordan also mentioned about that, I think I can also mention about the 13th astrology sign, which is kind of like in the middle. I related to the ether element, which is in the very center. And I actually has trouble to pronounce the word. It's called Ophiuchus, I think that's the name, right? It's actually related to Chiron, the wounded healer, which is we all are that Chiron aspect through our own wounding, and we learn how to heal ourselves in a similar way. we learn how to help heal others. Give me 1 second, sorry. And it's actually related to the divine fire water, which is the fire within the water. So there's a transformation, how we learn how to transform the lunar to solar configuration, the energy, kind of like inner alchemy. And that's also the golden gate. And in the body part, it related to base our brain, which is also called the golden chalice, where we do our inner alchemy, we transform. And there it related to Merlin, how his alchemy and medicine and magic, how we practice our inner alchemy. Yeah, and also listed this part, it's related to our fetal cells, our tailbone, cranial sacrum axis, our solar sacrum, our kundalini awakening from down there and all the way up along our spine. Yeah, so that's what my spin on the 13th zodiac sign. And I can read about the Capricorn challenges for this month. So the Sibian symbol for this full moon is a general accepting defeat gracefully, and potential is learning how to accept our inner worth. The umbrella energy is the way our early environmental training was, and how that set our foundation for living, and why we choose our mothers. Like the full moon of Capricorn is about moving beyond the blocks and setting ourselves free. Let me read the statement for this full moon. I feel limited. I feel confined. I feel stuck. I feel there is no way out. Perhaps I am the target of someone's envy or jealousy, or perhaps I am jealous or I am envious. Maybe I am spending too much time in the outer world and putting too much value on material rewards, things, and possessions. Maybe I am trying to possess someone or limit their will or choices. I may feel there are no choices. Maybe I am living by someone else's rules and beliefs and forgot how to think for myself. I could also be overcome by fear and too terrorized to look at anything at all. Today, I see and feel the limits of placing the source of love outside myself. I have tunnel vision and I seem to have forgotten to look at my options. I must ask myself today, how many ways can I look at my life, my situation, or my perceived problems? Today, I must expand my view to encompass 360 degrees instead of only 180 degrees. I begin by acknowledging to myself that today is the worst it is going to get. I know deep within me that if I allow myself to truly experience my bottom, the top will become visible to me. It is time to look at the brighter side. Begin by identifying the problem by writing it down on a piece of paper. Start with the phrase, the problem is such and such. Fill in the blank. Then list as many solutions to the problem as you can. List at least 3. Then say these solutions out loud every day until the answer comes to you through a person, an idea, an event, or a choice. So this is my understanding of the Capricorn is like, it's asking us to digging really deep, very deep, like so deep is is bottom of the ocean, even deeper to the inner earth. Connect with the inner earth. And then you feel what is the root of the problem. And then we sit within, because only when we feel our soul calling, we can really discern what is the path. Yeah. So that's how I feel. It's like Capricorn is like sitting on a rocket chair, but you have to figure out what is kind of like the recalibration, find out the perfect alignment before you shoot out straight. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone. Love you all.
So beautiful. Thank you, Daisy. Is there anything anyone else wants to add about anything that they've studied or researched about the upcoming Capricorn full moon?
I would like to weigh in some of the journey that I had been from the last moon to this moon. And I listening Daisy's and I reflecting my own journey in the past 2 months. And especially from the last moon to this moon or incoming moon is really, it's just like to the deep of the core of mind is I witness the divine masculine, the wounded divine masculine of the outer, which is external, and internal of myself, and become healed as whole, as merging with the feminine together. And I wanted to expand this a little bit as in I coached a man for 2 months and I witnessed him transform in the past 2 months. And I never coached the man as internal, like the wounded masculine of the father of the son, the father of himself, the inner father, the inner son of himself, and also reflecting of the relationship with his father, and as he is also son for somebody else as a stepson. And it's just so much of release of his journey and his transformation. And he's starting to connect to the moon. And he said that, well, I felt like really connect the moon, come to me. And I was like, this is interesting. I never heard any of the men or the male that journey the moon before. Most of the time it's feminine. And I found out that, of course, with these energies that I didn't even tap into the energies, but we just work towards the moon because I journeyed the moon myself, and it is the lunar masculine that rebirth that I witnessed. And from that side, I feel the healing on my own. And that is my inner masculine. Oh, well, it is huge awareness. And by being there, holding the space, I felt like I was like the sun. And that's hence why I have that feeling of the solar feminine, which is so wounded, which is not that people actually talk about it, actually died. But slowly I fell into the solar feminine, like the sun. Those wounded masculine need the divine mothers to nurture them and bring back the wounded of that sun, the sun or sun, S-U-N, S-O-N. And that is the solar feminine. And from there, I also healed the next layer of my feminine. So I saw myself, the inner masculine, the inner feminine that is merging to one, from inner and radiate from out. So that is my experience for the past moon to this moon, this coming moon, and feeling really whole. So that is my sharing.
Wow. Thank you. So powerful. And yeah, I feel like I just even heard the term solar feminine and lunar masculine, like within this past cycle. And I was like, oh, whoa, like it makes so much sense. And it really, really anchored in those codes. And I'm personally so blessed, like, to be surrounded by like an army of sacred masculine just souls who like are so tapped in, so here to empower and rise the sacred feminine in all of their ways. And because there's different reflections. People are like, men are this, men are that. I'm like, men are amazing. The men in my reality are amazing in ways that have, and the way that they hold me when I cry and don't, even say anything, and they see and they know. And so I know that the reflection of the whole, that there's healing to be done, and that's what we're here for, to guide and lead the way. But thank you for bringing that conversation here. All right, Daisy, I think maybe we're ready for your poem now.
Oh yeah, I want to just comment a little bit more, just one more with Lillian, that she brought up this point. Yes, when we like surrender all layers of ego, and that's when we are inner divine masculine able to rise, because we empty. So it gives a way for it naturally rise. Whatever is our true soul calling naturally rise out. Yeah, I just find it so beautiful. Okay, this is my phone. Let me share the screen. I let go of debts of all forms from anyone and any source in this lifetime and future lifetime. I understand that everyone has their own unique storylines and struggles. It is my deepest honor to be able to help, to be God's conduit to offer a helping hand. The heart's purpose is to unite, help, and love. It is not up to me to judge whether they choose to act or not to, or whether they choose to pay off their debts to me this lifetime or not. It is not up to me to make them to take certain action or not to, and certainly not up to me to place judgment on anyone. My job is to help and love. The minute I offer them a helping hand, whether it is in the form of time, emotional effort, and comfort, or the form of financial investment, the second they receive my offering, my job is complete. I will not hold anyone responsible in paying me back the way how I offer them the help. I am deeply grateful for all the help that I have received throughout this lifetime, past lifetime, or future lifetime. I understand that God has always been kind, generous to me by sending helping hand in all forms, all channels into my life. Therefore, when it is time for me to give, I give unconditionally with no condition or strings attached, just the same way how I was given in the past. Now it is my time to serve and give. Therefore, I offer and give with no reservation. Spirits of all forms and all names, come join me in life's bounty, like all the wild birdies flown into my backyard. Come feast in my well-preserved sweet nectar. Dance and sing in whatever forms or reasons your heart desires. You can nibble, bite, chew, imbibe, engorge, plunge, sprinkle, splash, or indulge in whatever forms of action your heart's calling for. My bird feeder will always be full and plenty. Take your time to enjoy my garden. Sit for a sip of tea. take a cat nap, a bird bath, a birdie feast, or whatever your heart's calling for at the moment. I have infinite supply here. I waited my whole lifetime, all my past lifetime, for you to come and join me at this very moment. This moment of delight, engaging conversation, a droplet of joke off the sleeve of your tongue. All the wisdom pouring out of your vibrational energetic radiance. Your presence is the best form of payback for what I have done for you. Come, join my party. My garden is full of life's bounty. Bless my garden with your sheer magnificent presence. I am deeply honored to be the one to serve. I am an empty container holding on to no debt, no grudge, no judgment of any form. I am an empty container of God's divine grace, effortlessly allowing diverse life forms to gracefully unfold within. I constantly feel and feast upon all forms of bounty and beauty in life. Life shares with me continuously with abundant knowledge and wisdom in various forms of transmission. I receive them with deep gratitude. I am the empty canvas of oneness, witnessing all forms of dynamic cosmic flow blooming within me. Mystery of Bermuda Triangle, legend of ancient Atlantis, wisdom of Lake Titicaca, blue oceanic love from Lemuria, all a droplet of flower essence, aromatic healing touch from faraway Avalon. All my past lives, memories, and gifts slowly coming back alive as I continuously allowing my Garden of Eden to unfold wider and fuller within my heart. Thank you. Love you all.
Wow, so beautiful, and exactly the transmission the collective needs to hear at this moment. Oh, so powerful and so perfect. Here we are, approaching on 4:33 Pacific time. I thank all of the divine angels for being here with us and sharing and exchanging in this sacred energy. I invite, if anyone feels so called, to make a sacred monetary exchange as a donation. Daisy will post the info below, and I have these beautiful home heart-made creations, some from one of our sisters in Turkey. So I have all these beautiful pieces, and if anyone feels so called to make a donation of $23.13 and above, I will send this with a sacred note and message, and I'll get those out this week. And yeah, homemade by one of our sisters in Turkey, who mother of two, who lost her partner to cancer last year, but homemade, sent to us. So I thank you all, and let's take this moment to just thank all of our ancestors and spirit guides who are all vibrating to the frequency of unconditional love. So much gratitude that we took this space to share this ancient sacred wisdom, and may we continue to fly and soar and remember. And with that, Golden Age Circle, focus 13 cosmic Stargate under the energy of the super moon in Capricorn, we close this space. I invite you all to unmute and just share love. Thank you.
Love. Thank you.
I love you all.
Thank you. See ya, everybody. See ya. Bye.